Hi, Hajar. Okay, let's have a look at this. When you have a title of a film, you need to put it in italics, and this is what we're going to need to do all the way through. You need a full stop here, not a comma. All the way through when we're working in film studies. When you're typing, anyway. Now you've got, is she Isabel? Presumably she's Isabel and Angela, because we've got Angela here, so maybe you need to say that. Okay, so I'm just reading through. I think when you got here, which is extremely significant, I would say extremely significant to the plot of the film. Now, a couple of people have been doing this. This is just a low angle shot rather than a God's eye view, and this is this is a high angle shot. So the scene starts with a high angle shot of Constantine looking down at Isabel, leading to a low angle shot of her looking up at him. This is to show that at this point in the scene, he is who's superior to her. And you could also say this foreshadows her vulnerability, because then we see her or her twin sister in this terrible situation in hell, which goes on later in the clip. You might want to put that in there. So in contrast to Constantine's personality and to the location that the audience are about to visit, it is a very simple and normal apartment. Okay, sorry, I'm reading ahead. No, that doesn't quite work. Is it his apartment? Anyway, it needs a new setting here. I wouldn't say this because that's sort of not really. That's not really that useful to you. I would go into the dim lights start to flicker. A tracking shot rather than track shot. Now let's so that the audience can hear her footsteps. Constantine's attention is still on her. The other thing you could add in here, you could talk about the eyeline match between the two of them. So in that low angle and high angle shot, there is an eyeline match which stresses the relationship or confirms the relationship between the two. And similarly, the shot reverse shot between the cat and Constantine. I don't think cat needs a capital letter, unless its name is cat. Let's just call it cat. Emphasizes here the director. What's his name? Here, Lawrence emphasizes the connection between the cat and Constantine, which allows him to travel to hell. Yes, this is good. Even closer into the cat's face, I would say. Yeah, this bit about Isabel's hair, outside the apartment, you need to say this is what's going on outside the apartment. You could say something like Isabel is shown in a 3/4 shot as the wind blows her hair off her shoulder. Slow motion is used, and then a freeze frame, which creates the illusion that time is stopping or changing. When you say the non-diegetic sound here, is that you need to say, is it a sound effect to help create tension? Not and tension, you can just say tension and enigma, like this. Yeah, I think here you need to talk about the editing. Rather, I wouldn't say necessarily, let's just have a look at this. So, sorry, we're going in a bit of detail on this. Let me just see what happens in that moment. So, camera's closing in very slowly on the cat there. And I would talk about the sound of the bubbles. This is an extreme close-up, a low-angle extreme close-up of the door. And this music is eerie. It features violins and strings. Yeah, okay. All right, so I wouldn't call that a montage particularly. I mean, it's fairly standard editing. So this is fine. Sound is used so that, right? You need to watch out for your use of commas here, because you're linking sentences that could be separated by a full stop. Adventurous music. So I've got no. That's the first bit of music there, and that doesn't sound very adventurous to me. So I would take this bit out of here for now. And I've got 20 seconds left, as this shows. So I would say something like the color palette is red and orange, which, as well as being the traditional colors of hell,